one of the modules was, again, the bolted joint one. It's one of the most common problems you encounter in engineering analysis. And conventionally, we don't teach them. So what I did was I worked with an expert at SpaceX, which is, students really look up to that company because it's really pushing the boundaries of space technology. And I worked with him to create this example of how do you analyze this bolted joint. And then I was basically doing Skype with him. He's on the other on the other coast, and he was showing me things. He showed me how you take this bolted joint from a rocket, and how do you create a model. And that's knowledge that I don't have, but he does it in his own work. Designing real nozzles and real rockets. And also he, in terms of interpreting results and so on. And I was like, okay, students really need to know how you take a complicated, problem and reduce it to something you can analyze and be useful. And they need to hear directly from you. So I just did a Skype conversation, and he described his thinking process. I looked at this application and blah, blah, blah. He described that entire thinking process. This is something that we never really teach students, but it's become extremely important in engineering. The other thing was when you get results from the software, and you have to really know how to interpret the results. And again, I was having these Skype conversations with him to understand myself, and he was like, talking about these NASA specifications and so on, which I have no clue about. And I said, again, students need to hear from you. So what I did was I had him bring up his results. So students have their results. And then they have this video of him bringing up the results and me asking him, okay, you're looking at how, the joint is deformed. What are you looking for? And he describes, what he's looking for. And again, by going online, you can really bring in this industry expertise right within the context of how, when students are learning and solving the problem. And students really, really appreciated that.